Good morning, students. Welcome to the second lecture of our poem, that is The Voice of the Rain. Our poet is Walt Whitman. I suppose you have understood the previous lecture where I had given you a small introduction to the poet, that is Walt Whitman. I had discussed what is free verse, and I had told you that this poem, The Voice of the Rain, is also another example of free verse. And then we started the explanation of the first 7 lines of the poem. We find the poet questioning a soft falling shower, a mild drizzle, that who it was. And strangely enough, we find the rain answering that it was the poem of earth. Just like a child is born of a mother, poem is born of a poet. Similarly, the rain is born of the earth. As such, the rain calls itself the poem of earth. Then the rain goes on to explain how constantly it keeps on rising, unseen and untouched, out of the land's surfaces and the various water bodies. It rises in the form of water vapors up to the sky, where it forms clouds. It changes its form. Earlier, it was invisible because it was in the state of vapors, but then after reaching the sky, it forms the clouds, which though vague are slightly visible. However, we must not forget that it is the same water that has evaporated from the water bodies and the land surface. Then it tells us that how while coming down, while descending, it washes away the dust particles, the atomies and dust layers of the earth. It removes the dryness, removes the drought condition of the land, and helps the young seeds which remain hidden underneath the earth crust. It helps those seeds to germinate. Right? So this is how it explains how it moves out of the land and the sea, reaches the sky, takes the shape of cloud, and comes back in the form of water to replenish life on earth. Now today, let us see the second part of the poem and finish up with the last few lines. So the rain again continues and says, "And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. Not only do I come down, not only do I remove the dryness, I wash away the atomies, the pollutants that cover up the surface of the earth. I also give back life to my own origin." What does the rain mean by this? When the rain falls back, it fills up all the various water bodies such as rivers, streams, lakes and waterfalls back with water. Water that has evaporated. The water bodies, due to evaporation, they had dried up. But with the coming of the rain, Once again, these water bodies, they are filled up with water and life starts breathing in it. The plants that are covered up, the leaves of the trees that become white and chalky and dusty due to the pollutants, they are also washed, they are cleansed, and they revive and they become more fresher than earlier. So, as such, the entire planet, it replenishes with water and greenery. You can see seeds sprouting into new plants. So the entire planet, it is filled up with greenery and freshness. The air, it is removed, it is cleansed of its pollutants. All the dirt particles that were available, that were floating in the air, they are washed away. So it gives back. That is why the rain is saying that forever, by day and night, irrespective of time, I give back life to my own origin. My own origin. What is the origin of the rain? It is the earth. So, in a way, by giving water, by supplying water to the planet, it is the rain is actually giving back life to its origin, the place from where it was born, and make pure and beautify it. I am making the planet purer because I think all of you know that rainwater is the purest form of water, right? So the water, while coming back, it is in the purest form, so pure, and beautify it. The planet is being made beautiful by the coming back of the welcome showers, right? So that is why the rain says so. Now let us come to a very, very interesting part of the poem. The last two lines, very interesting. Why interesting? Because if you can see it properly, these lines, they are put within brackets. That sounds very strange, isn't it? There is a particular reason why the poet has actually put these two lines within brackets. The first reason is that these two lines, they do not form a part of the rain's answer to the poet's question. This is the first thing. Secondly, the poet wants to make it obvious and very clear that these two lines are his personal observation. After listening to the reply given by the rain, this is the conclusion that the poet arrives at, right? And what is his observation? Let us see for ourselves. And he writes, "For song, issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns." For song. Song means here any musical composition or any poetic composition that has been called as song. The poet is saying that just like a song, a song or a musical composition, it issues from its birthplace. What is the birthplace of a song? It is the heart and soul of a poet. The poet never writes in blank. The poet always fills up the pages of his book with the emotions of his heart, right? So, the song issues from the heart of a poet, and once it is completed, after fulfillment, that means once the poet writes down his feelings and emotion, gives it the shape of a song or a musical composition, it is fulfilled. Then, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked. It is sent out to the audience. Once a song is complete, the audience, they hear to the song. It is being circulated across countries, across cities and countries, and throughout the globe. It is sometimes recognized or unrecognized. Here, wrecked and unwrecked, they are archaic form of recognized or unrecognized. Archaic, I suppose you remember, I told you in my last class that archaic means those words which are no longer in English usage. Okay, so recognized or unrecognized. Here, wrecked or unwrecked means that. So, after a song is completed, it is released among the audience. Sometimes it is recognized by the audience and accepted and admired. Sometimes it is not. You must have noticed that not all the songs have become popular. Yes, so there are certain songs which become popular immediately, whereas there are certain songs which are not yet noticed by the admirers. But whatever it is, duly with love returns. Duly means surely. Any song, any musical composition, it always comes back with love from the audience. It provides a lot of satisfaction to the creator, that is the poet or the composer. Though it is recognized or not, but whatever recognition, whatever satisfaction the poet finds in completion of a song, that helps him to fill up his heart with love, and he gets a lot of inspiration to write his next poem. Similarly, just like a song, the rain also issues from its birthplace. After fulfillment, it also wanders, though it is recognized or unrecognized, though we see it or not, but then constantly the rain is fulfilling its role, its the functions that it constantly keeps on performing. We human being, we cannot see. Remember that word impalpable. Impalpable, something that cannot be touched. So the rain, it changes its form, it becomes vapor and goes up, and it keeps on performing that cycle. But we may see it sometimes, it is sometimes seen, sometimes it is not seen, right? So wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, the rain keeps on wandering, though it is recognized or not, but then surely with love returns. Returns to whom? Returns to the planet Earth, returns to its origin. Okay, so you can see that the song and the rain, they are quite in parallel, they are similar. A musical composer, he will be or she will be composing a song. That song would be sung among the audience. The audience will listen to that song, they would appreciate, sometimes not, but whatever love comes, whatever admiration, that comes back directly to the artist, and it gives him or her a lot of courage, a lot of satisfaction, and a lot of inspiration to write more musical notes, and the cycle keeps on continuing. In the same manner, the water from the land and the ocean, it evaporates, it goes up unseen, unrecognized, unnoticed, okay, takes the shape of clouds, it precipitates and falls in the form of rain that we sometimes notice, sometimes not, but then it definitely comes back with love. because it is love that the rain showers upon the planet Earth. It is love that it showers upon the plants, upon the drought stricken lands, and makes this world even more beautiful, even more greener, fresher. Thus, it gives back life to its own origin. It makes the planet pure and beautify it. So, you can see that this entire scientific process of the water cycle, it has been very beautifully, poetically captured by our poet Walt Whitman. Hardly in English tradition any poet has been able to do so. So we must recognize that this is one of the most marvelous poems ever created in the tradition of American English writing. So thank you very much for watching. In case you have any doubts regarding the poem, any words, any difficulty, you can call me up, contact me. I suppose you have understood the first and the second lecture. If not, you are always free to call me. Okay? So till we meet next time, I will come up next time with another lecture where I will be explaining you the difficult words, the difficult terms, and then also we will have a discussion on the various literary or poetic techniques which have been employed by Whitman to beautify this poem. Right? Till then, bye bye.